All right, so everyone, good evening and welcome to the Not Quite Prime Time. Let's see if we can get Matt in there. There he is. Hey,
Hey,
Matty. Welcome to it, guys. How are we all doing tonight? Jennifer, what's going on in your neck of the woods there?
Can't see the haters.
Uh,
Can't see anything.
oh, there you go. Oh, there you go. We're all back. We're all back. Well, good evening. I just finished a last minute workout. I'm hustling around here trying to get all done today. What'd you guys get up to this afternoon?
I got noodles on the stove right now.
No.
Gotta watch them. I'm close.
You know we do this like Mondays and Thursdays. You know what we got dinner
I
coming. You
know.
always cook your dinner right in the middle of the show.
Well, I think it's gonna be done before, and then it just doesn't happen. And
Hustling around.
maybe
Right,
I plan it that way so I can prove to you guys that I can cook and survive.
I don't know if we believe you just yet.
yeah, exactly.
Maddie, what are you up to? What did you do this afternoon?
I took a nap and then not too much. It was pretty windy outside. I was gonna take the kids outside, but it was pretty windy, so just made supper and stuff like that. Some homemade shake and bake in the oven there with homemade shake and bake mix on some pork chops.
Ooh.
And made some nice green beans fried up with some bacon and some soy sauce and stuff like that. So it's pretty good.
All right, so last time we talked was Thursday, heading into the long weekend, and we were talking about home haircuts. And Matt, you had volunteered for the first home haircut amongst the three of us. Let's get an update here. 4 days later, and see how it's grown in. Okay.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Okay, the main part of it was the sides that my wife cut into it. So here we go. Take the glasses off there, and you get the whole deal on that.
Yeah,
the
you look like you're
action going on there.
You look like you're hitting the club. No, it doesn't look bad at all. You got a good job there. Michelle might have to do some house calls for us for a home haircut. All right, our special guest coming up here tonight. We're going to talk to Trevor from the Dresden Foodland. We want to say thank you to all the grocery workers. So we'll talk to Trevor here in a little bit, and a special guest involved with that, and the mayor, Darrin, Canniff, who is going to join us in just a little bit. I thought we could play two truths and a lie tonight. So I'll go first. We're going to do, obviously, another show on Thursday, so we'll do that then. But you guys will have a chance, okay? So I'll be first on two truths and a lie. All right? All right. So my first one is I was 12 years old when I traveled throughout Europe, Germany, France, the Netherlands, and Germany. I think I mentioned in there. So that's my first one. Number two is I was cut from my 8-year-old hockey team because I forgot my stick at tryouts. And number three was that I had a prostate exam while live on the radio. Okay, so which one is a lie? Two truths and a lie. Okay, so I was 12 years old and I traveled throughout Europe. Number two was that I was cut from my 8-year-old hockey team because I forgot my stick for the last tryout. And number three is that I had an on-air prostate exam. Which one is the lie? Two truths and a lie today. Okay, Jen, you go first.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm pretty confident, but
okay.
I think the lie is the traveling.
The traveling, okay. Yeah. Matt, you're gonna say. What do you say, Matt?
Yeah, I'm going.
Which
with
one
Tim
is the
on
lie?
This one. I think Tim's right. I think it's the hockey team. I think it's pretty believable that you went traveling because you got family in Holland, and the other part of it what was the last one again? The
prostate exam on the radio.
Prostate exam. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, I don't want to see that, but I could see it happen.
Well, we do have a winner, and that is Matt. He's right. Yeah, that was a lie. I can't skate, so I never tried out for hockey. So, wow. I did travel throughout Europe. My Oma and Opa took me around Holland and Germany and Belgium, all that. I was much too young to get it or understand or really benefit from it. I've had 2 live prostate exams on the radio. The first one I ever did was with a co-host of mine. Her name was Jody, and she was actually in the studio. So, Jen, when you think it's bad, it could be a whole lot worse.
I need to go back to not being able to see.
This would probably be the ideal time for you to get that done then, because you're all alone in there.
Yeah, Jen, we can we'll redirect the camera as Jen's broadcasting from home. We'll redirect it away from you next time. We'll do that. Okay. That's funny. James doesn't want to see it. Hey, appreciate the comments. All right, should we bring in our first guest here, guys?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right. Let's welcome to the broadcast here tonight. It is the one and only, the mayor of Chatham-Kent. Hello tonight to Mayor Darrin Canniff. Hello, Darrin. How are you?
Doing well. We're doing well. Just tuning in from home here, watching you guys. The Two Truths and a Lie. You seem to enjoy that prostate thing too much. You're smiling about when you're talking about it.
Well, you went back for another one too. You did it twice, so you must have liked it the first time.
Hey, it's all about health, guys. All about health. That's what it's all about.
Oh, yeah.
Darrin, thanks for jumping on here tonight. For one of the few Mondays in the year, you don't have a council meeting tonight. What's it like to have a Monday night off?
Well, it's given that it's the holiday, we're going to be having a lot of Monday meetings for updates for COVID and stuff. But it does feel pretty good not having to tie into a meeting. And well, I felt guilty. That's why I tied in here tonight.
Well, thanks for tuning in. What's it like? First of all, we've had a couple of these, I'm calling them e-meetings, where the council has been jumping online. And I know we've got some councillors that are listening here and watching tonight. What has the e-meetings been like when you get all the councillors on and you guys talk, I guess, through summer or some on cam? How's it all working? What's that been like?
It's actually worked out pretty well. The first one we did, we had our tech guys had 72 hours to get it to happen. And they brought it up and it went pretty seamlessly, other than we had a couple technical difficulties. Beyond that, we rocked it out, and the second one was about the same. So overall, the second one was a long one. We started at 6 and we did it until 10:30. So beyond that, things have been going pretty well.
So are you doing these from your home or are you in an office somewhere? How's that working?
Well, all the counselors are at home, I believe, are in their office. I'm actually at the Civic Center. I'm in with Judy Smith, the clerk, and we're in with our IT guru. In case something goes wrong, they're there to help us out.
Which counselor is having the most difficult time? We're going to put you on the spot. Is having the most difficult time with technology to get online?
Well,
let's see.
I guess everybody could hear it. Marjorie, Counselor Crew, had the most problems for the first time out. She kept tuning in and out. So beyond that, I think it was the home technology that let her down. But beyond that, I think everybody got on there, and it was staying in tune a little bit with, oh, geez, I'm on mute, or I forgot I'm on mute. And you kind of all the typical things you have with the conference call. The same thing happened with our council meeting.
That's so funny. Jen, were you looking to ask a question? Were you looking?
I'm reenacting it for everyone.
Oh, yeah.
I'm reenacting it.
That's about right.
This is Marjorie trying to get on to the first ever.
Hello?
Amy Finn she rocked it out that night, both nights.
That's so funny. That is so funny. Well, it's the whole reason that you had to move to this and do these online council meetings is because of the COVID-19, the pandemic that we're all dealing with from every corner in the world. How, on your end, is Chatham-Kent dealing with this, and what have you seen so far?
Well, we're doing pretty well. From the most part is we've been doing our social distancing and doing various things. As you know, we brought in the safety hotline, I'll call it the community safety hotline. And we've had up to a few days ago, we had like 220 calls and a lot of people calling just concerned with their health, and went out and given a lot of people warnings to say, hey guys and girls, you need to stay apart and various things like that. So we've been doing pretty well. And particularly when you look at the statistics for Chatham-Kent, we've had 25 cases of being positive. But when you look around us, Windsor Essex has over 300, Lambton has over 100, London has over 200. So when you look at that, we are doing pretty well, and I want to keep those stats going.
And we've had this conversation on the air when we talked to Lori Marshall from the hospital and yourself and Dr. David Colby, is that we're doing well, but you feel that those numbers being low has kind of let some people be lazy with keeping their social distancing, or maybe keeping that top of mind?
Well, I sure hope not. But maybe some people are looking at it saying, "Oh, this is not real in Chatham-Kent." It is very real, but I think we've been doing a good job of it. And it can change like that. That all it takes is one or two people that have it to go out and start getting crowds and things, and we can have a lot more. So that's the idea of social distancing. You could have it and not know it, but you separate yourself for a couple of weeks, you don't have it, but just that social distancing means so much.
And what's the process for going to get your health assessed? Whether you have some symptoms, maybe you just feel unwell and you just need to see a doctor, or like, what's the process there? Because it's been unclear for me trying to do it myself recently.
Okay, so what you want to do, the first thing is you call telehealth and you call your
Yep.
doctor. And so you talk to them, and then at the next stage, what you do is there's a system set up that you can go screening. So they'll go in and they'll check you, and then they'll decide whether you're going to get a test or not. In either case, if you have symptoms, you need to self quarantine, and you can't go out in public, can't do that. But that's what you need to do: is talk telehealth and that, and then go in. Because we in Chatham-Kent, we've had over 500 people tested to date, as of today.
How's Christine doing, Darrin? Your wife? I know she was in. What was the story? She was in Florida as it started and came back and had to self-isolate.
Well, I'll go back to the full story. There is we had a vacation planned, the whole family, and when it came along, Erie Shore Drive is the reason I didn't go. I said I can't leave and go on vacation to Florida, so I stayed. But what they're telling everybody prior to that, they're saying if you're not going to Italy, you're not going to China, it's fine to travel. Things changed real fast, and by the time Monday came or Sunday came around, Christine ended up coming back home. She jumped on a plane, flew back. The two kids stayed in Florida with their grandparents. We said it was probably better that they stay at the house versus traveling on the plane. They've self-isolated down there for those 5 days. They came home, but when Christine came home, she self-isolated for 2 weeks, as well as the kids. So everybody got through it, no symptoms. The kids really played it up, though. The two kids lived downstairs. They'd be texting me saying, "Dad, can you get me a bowl of heavenly had ice cream?" And so I was a waiter, and I would go drop stuff off the top of the stairs and shout down to them. They come up and get it. So now I'm making them pay it back to saying, "Okay, you need to be cleaning this, you need to be doing that." So
they keep a tally of all those favors you did for them, so they can.
Yes, well, I kept track. I said, "Okay, I got you 16 meals and 4 bowls of ice cream." And
exactly, yeah, nice.
That's funny. I wanted to ask you about the phone line. We've talked about this on the air a little bit over the weekend. Matt, maybe you can correct me. There was 2 tickets handed out. Was that infractions?
Yeah, from what I remember seeing, there were 2 people. Yeah, that were, and I think one of them was a positive test. Another one was somebody who had been in contact with that person that was positive tested, if I'm not mistaken.
So Darrin, what are the calls been like? Have you been getting a lot of calls to that line to 360-1998?
Yeah, we had. Well, I want to clarify. We're having a lot of calls prior to the line being set up. So we had, I don't know how many calls, but they're going everywhere. They're going from counselors were receiving it. I was receiving them. Public health was receiving them. 911, the police. People didn't know where to send these complaints to. So we needed to funnel them. We have a group that looks after them now, logs them all, and what's the reason for it. And if required, we send someone out to give people a reminder that, no, you need to be social distancing, or calls about should a business be open, various things. So I want everyone to know that we're taking it very seriously at the municipality, and that's why we did it. It's not meant to be, quote, a snitch line. It's meant to give people an opportunity to vent and to say, okay, there's issues going on, because they're concerned with their health.
Well, I know that in the newsroom we were pretty happy when you guys got that set up, because we knew where to forward all our calls then too.
Yeah, everyone was getting them, because people would call out and say, "What do you do? I've seen this, or I've seen that. I need somewhere to talk to."
Yeah.
I told the story on the air this morning about somebody I know, an acquaintance, somebody I would recognize, I would say hi to on the street, had a barbecue on the weekend. And we all get it. It's beautiful weather on Saturday. Was what, 17, 18 degrees. We just wanted to be outside, have a barbecue with friends, have a drink and hang out. Now, this person should have known better, but they were having a barbecue and a bunch of people together. If I called that line, do they know it's me? Like I know I've joked it's called the snitch line, but will they ever know that it was me that called on them?
No, we're not going there and say, "Oh, by the way, yeah, Chris McLeod called us and told you're having this." We would go out and just say that, you would give a warning under certain circumstances. If they had 40 people there, or I don't know exactly the barrier, but they would get a fine to say that no, what they're doing is not right, and it's going to cause issues potentially in the community. So but they will not know. Just like you go back in time, before COVID, that if your neighbor, if they had an old car in their driveway and everything else, you can call and lay a complaint about that and we will go talk to them, but we're not going to tell them who called in on them.
What kind of resources are we finding that we're having to dedicate a lot of police officers to that, or is it just pretty much in line with what they're doing already?
We have, I believe, 6 people allocated to this and doing various parts, and none of them are police officers. Okay. So we need to keep police officers doing what they're doing. If there's a circumstance where we look and say maybe there is a requirement of a police officer, we'll call the police and have them go along with them. But otherwise, it's various people we've brought from various departments. They're now their role is they're going to be helping doing that.
So what is this team called? Is it called like the COVID Crime Stoppers?
It's the community safety team. That's what I like to call them.
Okay.
That is funny. How are you doing, Darrin? Like, what's your day-to-day life, and how has it changed? We've talked about this in the building. Jen's not even in the building anymore. She broadcasts from home. Matt broadcasts from a secret bunker somewhere in the radio station, and I don't see any of them unless it's my video. So, what is your day like? Are you working from home, or how's that going?
I have 2 places. I work either at home or I go into the Civic Center. So I've over the last 3 weeks, I was putting a lot of kilometers on my car prior to this, and I've filled up like 3 weeks ago, and I still have half a tank. So I'm driving 4 or 5 kilometers to the Civic Center, and coming back here. So back and forth, very much maintaining social distancing, and the Civic Center's really been thinned out a lot. Yeah. So you can certainly, it's a great opportunity to maintain social distance there, but that's basically it.
I'm so ticked off that gas is 70 cents and I haven't used any. I pulled into the gas station the other day and got $8. Like, I thought, I should top up $8. And I'm like, oh man. Oh. We're not getting the benefit of that. So, guys, was there anything else, Matt, you want to ask? Darrin?
Just one question. It's not really COVID related, but more Erie Shore Drive. Just wondering if you had any updates from a municipality standpoint. I know you just recently reopened it, but I saw some pictures and some video of what it looked like today, and it looked pretty bad. So I just didn't know if you guys had an update for today.
And that's exactly the reason why we've opened it, and to get the residents there. But we told the residents that live there to say, no, we're not going to have a permanent solution for the next 12 to 18 months. We were fortunate enough to get the road open so they get in there, fix their break walls, maintain their house. But because the road is still an issue with flooding, as you notice right now, where there's flooding and I don't know whether it's closed now or the status of it, but it will open and close based on the weather. Yeah. And that's, you really can't live there permanently when the road could be closed for a day or two. When there's water on the road, we can't have it open. Like any other road in Chatham-Kent, we'll close it if there's road there or the water on it.
Yeah.
Darrin, we have a question coming in, and let me know if you can answer this or not. James wants to know, there's 500 tests in Chatham-Kent, 20-something confirmed cases. How many tests have been done in Sarnia, Windsor, London? Are we comparative based on the number of tests given to the number of positive tests, or are we lower? Or do you have an answer to this?
Well, if you go to the Windsor Essex Health Unit website, they have the stats on all of them there, and I've happened to look at them. We've got 500. I'm going off memory here. Windsor Essex had over 2,000, and Sarnia Lambton had closer to 1,000. London does not report how many tests they've got or the amount outstanding. The good news on that stat is that through this whole period, there was less people that we deemed necessary to have the tests, because in the first couple of weeks, it was people that were really needed the test because there were shortages right across the province. Now we're getting more. The nice thing is we had about 100, and I'm just going by the stats I see online. We had over 100 come back, and there was only a couple positive of it. So good news there, but we have to stay diligent with our social distancing.
We did get a question too as well, and maybe you can answer this. Where is that? Is it true that social distancing has increased from 6 feet to 13 feet? I had seen something online this morning that maybe was a topic of conversation. I don't know if that's been something officially passed down, but maybe you've seen something.
I have not heard anything like that, and I will repeat what Dr. Colby has told me. Said that 6 feet is a good distance. Like you could actually get a little closer, but 6 feet gives you that buffer zone. Because at 6 feet, if I sneeze or if I do something like that, I have to. That's why you want to be away from me. If we're 6 feet apart, is very unlikely. It doesn't pass in the air; it passes in liquid. So that's why you're 6 feet and to stay away. So I can't imagine it being 13 feet. But
So unless
again, I don't. I've been following what's going on. I'm repeating basically what Dr. Colby has said several times to me. Is that 6 feet is quite adequate.
Okay, we are getting a couple questions. Matt, you got one.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, unless for the 6 feet, unless they're a cherry pit spitting champion from Cherry
Yes,
Fest.
yes.
Then you might want to
or third place. Yes.
Yeah, nice.
I just want to say I'm also a past winner, Matt. That should have been one of my truths tonight. Evelyn asked here as well. Mayor, and I think we touched on this in the air, but you can answer this. Mayor, Marinas open in Chatham-Kent, or just municipal boat launches closed?
Marinas are closed, and any boat launches outside of a marina are open. Any boat launches in a marina are closed, but some of them might not be open yet for the spring. They might be winterized, so they'll be going on their normal schedule, opening the ones that are not inside a marina.
All right, and Sean wants to know, what are you doing to help people needing deliveries of food and toiletries? What's the municipality up to?
What's happening there is United Way. If anyone needs help with that, call United Way. They're bringing in all the volunteers as well as all of the people that want to help. So they're coordinating all those efforts for anybody that needs help with that.
All right, ckgives.ca is a great website that they have started. Darrin, any last words before we say goodbye here tonight?
I just noticed a couple things. In Matt's background, I noticed the game Pandemic. Is it your fault we're in all this because you were playing that game?
Did you do that, Matty, on purpose?
I set it up back there on purpose. Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Nice spot
So,
that, yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. And I'm thinking the world is going to blame you for this.
Yeah, nice. Well, I'm the expert on how to fix it. Then I've won that game a couple times, but
oh, have you? Well, you better get out and win one for us.
I know we need to find a vaccine. That's all I know based on the game.
Yes, and I've been trying this time to practice social media distancing, but it hasn't worked at all.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Thank you, Darrin. Do appreciate it. Have a good night. All right, buddy.
Thank you. Have a great night, everybody.
Yeah. There you go. There's the mayor of Chatham-Kent. That is Darrin Canniff here tonight. Thank you very much. We do have our next guest who is standing by, and we're going to get to them in a second. Jen, we have got up on our Facebook. You found these today.
Okay, so I was looking around on like Pinterest or something, and I found these quarantine-themed coloring pages. So they're appropriate. They're pretty funny. You can check them out. They're on our Facebook page. Print them off, color them. Send us back your pictures. We want to see them.
That's so funny. So it's more of an adult coloring. Just making sure that they did post. If they're not up, they're coming up here soon. That's true. That's true. It's coming up soon. I don't think it's up yet, but it'll be up here in the next 5 minutes. Okay.
Nice.
So check it out there. All right. Let's bring in our next guest. Okay. So let's talk to our guest. They are listening right now. But then I've got a little surprise part of this. Okay. So our next guest from Dresden Foodland is Trevor. Good evening, Trev. How you doing, buddy?
Good. How are you?
Very good. Very good. So we're talking to you from Dresden tonight. I thought we would see you in a garage. I usually talk to you. You're hanging out in a garage.
I came in from there.
That's too funny. Well, we wanted to get you on and say thank you to you and obviously everybody at Foodland Dresden and grocery stores across Chatham-Kent for just the hard work and putting yourselves out there. We talk a lot about our healthcare workers, and they deserve all the credit that they're getting. But we certainly wanted to give a thanks to the people in the grocery line of work that have also been right there in the line of fire. How's it been at Foodland Dresden?
It's definitely been a lot busier than I ever thought I would see in my time. We're not as carried away as a lot of the people with all the lineups around the buildings and things like that. We do have a limit of 30 people at a time, which we've only been out. We've had to hold 5 people back from coming in. So it's a steady flow, and they're actually very respectable with keeping distance. Staff as customers are, and they've all been great.
So what kind of things have you implemented at the store? Do you have like the what do we call them? I think we call them the sneeze guards. That's like you see at some of the other ones. Do you have that there? Has that been added?
We do have those. We have those for a few weeks now. Just to keep the cashiers feeling a little safer and helps everybody. We do a seniors hour from 7 to 8 every morning, which has been going great. They're showing up. They're lined up. They're kind of waiting to get in at 7 o'clock. And we've always been a clean store. We just kind of upped our game a little bit with a little extra sanitizing and cleaning baskets and carts every time they're used and looking after the staff and the customers.
Now, do you have toilet paper?
Yeah,
We got lots.
Oh, do ya?
We've got lots.
Wow, Foodland Dresden is rolling with the TP now. Yeah, go ahead, Matt.
I was just gonna ask if the great toilet paper run of 2020 was over yet, or whether that's.
I think it's over.
Yeah. Oh, good stuff.
We got enough to keep a lot of families going for a while, so we should be okay.
So now, what kind of things? We've talked on the air a couple times about things that are surprisingly selling very well. What were we talking about, Jen? It was like hair dye and some weird things that have been like surprisingly selling well at the grocery stores. What have you seen at Foodland Dresden that has been different than what you've had in the past?
I found the toilet paper thing to be really different. I don't know why everybody needed so much of it all at once. Other than that, for us, it's just cleaning products. Like, we've been pretty well in stock for almost everything, so we've been pretty lucky compared to a lot of people.
Have you had
yeast? Yeah, yeast is one thing. We
Oh
can't
man,
get.
man.
Matt is so ticked he can't find yeast.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, man.
I can maybe put a jar away for you somewhere.
Oh wow, that'd be like black market deals going on there.
That's if it comes in tomorrow. No promises there.
And you have to pick it up at the racetrack from the trunk of his car, Matt.
Exactly.
That's the only way you can do it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that is so funny.
After 9 o'clock somewhere.
That's so funny. Trev, is there anything else that you've seen? Have you had any incidents with people coming in or maybe not feeling comfortable, or is there anything along those lines? We've seen some horror stories of some situations in stores. Has that had any effect, or have you had any experience with that?
No, our town has been great. Everybody respects each other so much, gets along so well. It's perfect town to me. And it was just nothing but respect, really.
All right. Guys, have any questions for Trevor here?
Yep. I just wanted to ask, I know that high school, the grocery store all the time, on the way back from work or whatever. But now I'm finding you have to sort of pick and choose your time. So is there any, I know the seniors have a special time in the morning, but is there any certain day still that you find, or time of day that you find is like maybe a slower time to go?
Probably maybe between 1 and 2 or 7 and 8. We do close at 8 o'clock now rather than 9, just to have an extra hour for cleaning and keeping everything looking good.
I think Matt wants to know. Matt wants to know if there's a middle-aged men hour. You've got the seniors hour early. Maybe get us middle-aged men. Maybe have some craft beer on tap.
Nice.
Well, we could do that from about 9 to 10 in the morning.
There we go. Nice. There we go.
I love it. Well, Trev, thank you to you and your employees and in general, all grocery stores. Was it you, Matt, or Jen? Who else worked in grocery? I've done it in the past. Did Jen, you do it?
No, I worked in a restaurant.
Oh, Matt, you didn't do grocery, did you?
No, I didn't do grocery. No, I worked in a greenhouse for a while, but I didn't work in grocery.
Loeb Club
But
Plus
I do
was
want
my
to
days.
thank all of our customers and all of our staff. They have been great through all of this, so we definitely appreciate it.
All right, Trevor, congratulations. I haven't talked to you since the birth of your child.
Thank you.
Oh,
there she is, Trevor.
Look at her outfit.
And this is Amber Lee Sullivan, who is on maternity right now from CKSY. And Amber Lee and Trevor have a new baby, Blake.
Whoa.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
No, we can see it.
She's got a Foodland uniform.
Newest. What does it say? Newest store owner
and friendly neighbor.
Oh, nice. Isn't that awesome? Amber Lee, what have you been up to on maternity?
She keeps me busy, but this is nice to have some adult interaction tonight, guys.
Nice.
That is so
She doesn't get that with me.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to say it, Trev. I wasn't going to say it. That is so funny.
Better,
well, that is surprising. I didn't know if anybody would catch on. I know Dresden knows that Trevor and Amber Lee are together, but I thought the rest of our viewers tonight could catch up with Amber Lee, who's been off. How long have you been off now, Amber Lee?
It was the end of November, I think. She was born December 6th. She was 10 days early, so she just turned 4 months.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, she's going to have to start packing groceries real soon. We're going to have to get her busy in the Foodland there. That is awesome. Well, nice to see you, Amber Lee and Blake and Trevor. Thanks again for everything you guys are doing over at Foodland, and to everybody in the grocery business. Thanks a lot.
You're very welcome. Thank you guys too.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you later, right?
Bye.
See ya.
Come visit sometime when you're allowed to.
Yeah.
I will.
Exactly.
See you later. Bye-bye. That is awesome. Did you guys know that Trevor was with Amber Lee? Did you know that connection beforehand?
Yeah.
I did. Yeah.
Yeah, did. Yeah. That's no surprise to anybody. That was so funny. That is so funny. Evelyn, hi, Miss Blake. Thank you very much, guys. Well, there we go. That's another broadcast here tonight. Make sure you go online and find those coloring pages. See if they've posted yet here. But they will be online if they're not online just yet at 94.3 CKSY, obviously, where you're watching this here tonight. You guys have anything else to say? What do you got going on the rest of the night?
I gotta catch up on that Tiger King, man. I heard you were talking about this morning that the last episode was released. I gotta catch up on that.
That's funny. Jen, have you seen the last episode yet? Did you watch it today?
I have not. No, I've been watching Ozark. I'm trying to get through my last 4 episodes. So
I've got 1 episode. I think that's what we're gonna do right now. I don't like this final season though. It's not grabbing me. I found myself drifting off, but that's not a good
there
check.
was a dog at one point, so I was like, all right.
My thing was, and I said it on the air this morning, so without giving away, Amy says you better check your noodles. Thank you. That's a good counselor right there. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh my goodness.
That's hilarious. Andre says he's torn. He doesn't know if he wants to start Tiger King. I say you should.
Yeah, do it.
Within
Thank you very much.
Minutes, you'll be hooked.
Oh,
if you're not hooked in 15 minutes, then
yeah. Leon, there he is. What's going on, buddy? Ozark is the bomb. Yeah, quite literally. But Leon, explain this to me. If they're into laundering money, how come they haven't finished the basement in their house?
That's not a priority.
Come on. They have to. If they're looking to spend money and figure out how to I don't know anything about laundering, but if that's what they're looking to do, you think they would have finished their basement in their house by now?
Put me full screen. Laundering, you can't see it if
Hold on. There you go.
Laundering money, Mexican drug cartel. So
yeah, but you're trying to
basement's down here.
Yeah, but they're not doing it for like entertainment purposes to have parties. They're doing it to hide money.
Yeah.
Jen, we gotta get together.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
You think? Hey, we did get a comment here. Let me see. I lost it here. Mike wants to know. Mike must have joined us a little late. Let's get an update here again for Mike that didn't see it. Matt's home haircut.
Oh yeah.
Let's see it a couple days later. This was done on Thursday.
Yeah.
There you
go.
Yeah,
ka-chow.
Yeah. That's like required that I say that when I walk around now.
Thank you very much. Hey, guys, Celeste couldn't take my eyes off Tiger King, and James Johnston suggests Better Call Saul. That's a good one, too. We're binging all those right now. All right, guys, let's do it there. Jen, those coloring pictures are online. They just posted, so if you're looking for those, you can see the adult quarantine color pictures. So.
Are we going to have a competition, see who can do the best one of ours, and show it on the next one? I got the crayons.
I don't have a printer.
And Jen can't leave her basement, so I don't know. Yeah.
I'll do it on paint.
There you go.
I think you should just find coloring techniques or coloring options within your home, and I want to see what you come up with. Yeah. I think that'd be pretty funny. All right, guys, thanks for. Go ahead, Jen. Sorry.
Amy said you have to watch the American version of Shameless. I do watch it. It's very good.
There you go. Thank you very much. Got some counselors jumping online tonight. We do appreciate it. Guys, thanks for watching here tonight. Episode 5 of Not Quite Prime Time. Back on the air again tomorrow morning, 5:30 till 10 o'clock. Thanks, guys. Thanks to Trevor. Thanks to Darrin and Kennefa for chatting tonight. Bye, guys.